Hello all. So this short video is just to clear some doubts because many are asking me how do we find the slope. Uh, so I cannot explain it by writing on Edmodo. I cannot answer the messages. So I thought I'll do the short video just to show you all how to find the slope. You know how to find the y-intercept. Now to find the slope, you can either move to the red side of the graph or you move to the white side of the graph. It doesn't matter. Like Reem had told, you can either use the red side or the white side, up to you. Now if you're using the red side, you search for a point where you can exactly get a coordinate, an ordered pair. Like for example, now this is touching the x-axis, so it is no problem. You can simply count from here. You will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you will come down again. You will have to move down until you reach this point. So either you take the red side of the graph or you take the white side. Even if you take the white side, you have to come from the y-intercept till this point here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So that's going to be a -5, and then 5 to the left. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's basically going to be a fall over left. So which also means, let me write and show you that the slope of this is going to be, okay, I'll explain you again. This part, I'm only going from the y-intercept till I find an exact point. So it can be this point also, it doesn't matter, because I can get an exact coordinate, 1, -1 and 4, or -2 and 3. So we need an exact precise point, like where exactly we can get these points. Okay, or another way of finding it out. Now if you want to find, like, this is also an exact point. I'm not sure how clear it is, but the point which I am showing, it's like 1 down and 1 to the left. So 1 down means it's going to be -1 over, and because we are going to the left, that is also going to be -1. So which means the -1, negative and negative will get cancelled. So your slope is going to be 1. Okay, or as I told you, from this point you can go to this point, or even you can take this point here which I'm pointing. So from the y-intercept, if you want to reach this point here, how many do you need to come down? This is 1, 2, so 2 to the 2 down, right? So again your slope is going to be -2 because we are coming down over, we are going to the left means it should be a -1. Okay, so we came down and we are moving down too, so -2 and -2. So -2 over -2 will give you again the slope of 1. Okay, so same here, -1 over -1, the slope is going to be 1. Now this is if you use the down part of the line, the below part. If you're using the upper part also, it's going to be the same. Now this point here, let's choose another point. Okay, let me come to this point here. So from the y-intercept to reach this point, how many squares do I need to move? See, from here, so I'm going to the left again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I went 5 to the left. So what does that mean? That means the rise over run, right? So the run is -5 here. So the down part should be -5. And how much is the fall going to be from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, because that's a fall, that is also going to be -5. So -5 over -5, that's going to give you a 1. Okay, to make it more clear, let me explain you how to find the slope of this. Okay, now which is a y-intercept? Y-intercept is -1. Now you find a point in the graph or in the line where the line is touching, and you can get an exact precise point like 0 to 1, 4, anything like that. Where is the line moving, and we can get an exact. In fact, what I mean is these squares, you can see these small squares. So where is the line touching any one of those squares? So this is y-intercept, -1. Is it touching here, the corner of the squares? No. Is it touching here, the corner of squares? No. Here it's touching the corner of squares, right? So it's touching one of the corners. So from the y-intercept, I will move and see how many units do I need to move up or down, right or left to reach this point. So let's check. From the y-intercept to touch this point, so you have to move 1, 2, 3 to the right. And how many up? 1, 2. So which means for the slope, this is going to be up. Up means you moved up. That's going to be a positive 2. And here you move to the right. How many did you move to the right? It's 1, 2, 3. So your slope is going to be 2 over 3 because we cannot simplify this. Now, what if I choose? I can see there is one more point here. See this point? It is also touching the corner of a box, right? So let's see from the y-intercept, how many do we need to move, and then whether the slope is the same. Okay, so from y-intercept, I want to reach to this point. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you're going 3 to the left, right? So which means 3 left. So which means that's going to be a negative number, negative 3. Okay, from here, I will, from this point, 1, 2, 3, and from here, I will come down 2, down 2. So 2 down, which means how will you write your slope? So your slope is going to be equal to, because we came down 2, that's going to be a negative 2. And because we are going to the left, that's going to be a negative 3. So negative 2 over 3. The negative and negative will get cancelled. So your slope is going to be 2 over 3. This is how you find slopes. The last one, I'll explain this too. Okay. Here, the y-intercept is 3. As you can see from the picture, it's 3. Y-intercept is 3. Now, from the y-intercept, we will choose a point where the line is touching the corner of these small boxes, okay, to check how many units do we need to move up or down. So which part where can you see the point where it is touching the corner of these small squares? One here? No. This again in the middle. This again like more down. This also not exactly touching the square, so it's above the corner. So the only corner it's touching is here. And what's the coordinate of that? That's going to be a 5, 2. So from here, we will check to reach here, how many do we need to move up or down and right or left. So if you're using the red part of the graph, so that's going to be first 1 down. So that's going to be 1 down means that will be -1, right? Why did I write 1 down? 1 down means -1. Okay, so we came 1 down. And how many are we moving to the right? We are moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are moving 5 to the right. Okay, so 1 down and 5 to the right. So which means that is going to be a +5. Okay, now how are you going to write the slope? Slope is going to be, because we came 1 down, that's going to be a -1. And because we went 5 to the right, that's going to be a 5. So your slope is -1 over 5. I hope this is clear for you girls. I just made this short video because I know I cannot write a message and explain unless I show you the pictures. So I hope this part is clear for you. If you have any more doubts, you're welcome to ask. Like these short videos I'll make and I'll upload. That's why I told you subscribe to that YouTube channel, so that if any questions, any small things which we have to discuss or we have to which I have to show you, or you have doubt, I can make small clippings and upload, because you know in the school they will not upload these small things. So better you subscribe to that channel, so that if anything is there, I'll simply upload it there and you will get the message, you will get the notification. So until we meet again, take care.